Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Saeed, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online course, the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. And you just sent me an email just an hour or so ago, and I'm going to take some time to take a look at your questions. And first of all, welcome to my online course. I'm delighted to have you as one of my students. So, in your situation, you need to get 84 on the TOEFL IBT. However, the last test that you took, you got a score of 63. Your reading score was 11. Your writing score was 19, your speaking was 19, and your listening score was 14. You say, I'm looking for your instructions to improve my weaknesses. Alright, I would probably say here, probably put that, make that plural. Okay, so the biggest issue you have right now, and this is affecting all parts of your test, is the reading. Remember that writing has a reading section. The speaking has reading passages. Your reading score is not strong, and it's causing problems in at least 3 parts of the test. So the question is, how do you improve reading? I'm going to present to you 5 specific things that you can do that will have a very big impact on your reading. Number 1, get in the habit right now of reading for about 45 to 60 minutes every day. This is absolutely critical to your academic reading proficiency. You can focus on magazines, newspapers, and longer books. This is very important. Now remember here, you don't have to understand everything you read. You need to read to get in the habit of concentrating for longer periods of time. Eventually, as you continue extensive reading, you will begin to see the same words over and over and over. Eventually, you will indirectly begin to understand the meanings of these words. You understand how they work in passages. So if you do this for several months, it really, really helps. So extensive reading is number 1. Number 2, you need to build your vocabulary. That's probably why you joined my online TOEFL course. I have a great vocabulary section. If you go through my vocabulary lessons, lesson by lesson, you will learn 1,700 TOEFL words. To master these words, you want to follow the steps and the suggestions in the lesson so that you can learn them. For example, you will need to take these lists and put these words on note cards. You'll need to study these note cards regularly. After about 3 months, these words will become part of your vocabulary, and it's going to have a very big impact on your academic English language proficiencies, and then of course eventually it will help you with your TOEFL score. Number 3, you need to improve your reading speed, Saeed. Faster readers have better comprehension than slower readers. So, your goal is to use my online TOEFL course, go through the speed reading tests in the reading section of my course, and improve your reading speed to 300 words per minute with 60 to 80% comprehension. The 4th thing you want to do, Saeed, is to become familiar with the IBT reading question types and the strategies for answering them. And you can also do this in the reading section of my course. I will explain all of the IBT reading question types. I'll give you sample reading passages, and then you can see the strategies for answering these particular passages. Number 5, you should take TOEFL level reading practice tests. You will find out about these in the 8th section of my course. The title is Full Length and Section Specific Practice Test. It's important. Once you've gone through those first 4 things, extensive reading, building vocabulary, increasing reading speed, and becoming familiar with the reading question types and the strategies for answering them, then you can start taking reading practice tests. Again, you can find out about these in the 8th section of my course. Now, these suggestions, these 5 things, they will really help you not just in the reading. You will make improvements in the writing and the speaking areas of the TOEFL as well. So, in addition to doing the reading practice that I just outlined, you also need to improve your listening. This is obvious from your score of 14 points. So what you want to do now is get in the habit, like you're doing with the reading. Spend maybe 45 to 60 minutes every day listening to either watching or listening to academic type content. If you have English TV, you can focus on news, history, science, and documentary programs. This is very important. If you do not have English TV, you can focus on 3 specific websites. I'll put them down for you right now. So the first one, National Public Radio, TED Talks, and then Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. These 3 websites will give you more than enough practice to help you get used to listening to academic English and also informal type English, which is also good. Now, as you do your reading and listening practice, start focusing on the most important supporting points. Try to get this in note form. This is absolutely important to your English language abilities. So then, using your notes each week, you can write 3 academic summaries a week. Now, you might want to write all this stuff down. I'm giving you a lot of information here, but I'm showing you how you can definitely increase your TOEFL score, and this is without, get this is without using an intensive English program. Do you have any idea how much it costs to study in an intensive English program? I'll just give you an example. You're looking at maybe $3,200 for just 10 weeks of study. And you can do all of this on your own if you're motivated. And you can also use my online TOEFL course, which is not going to bust your budget either. Think how much money you can save here. So writing 3 summaries each week, I'm reading and listening passages. You can also maybe practice speaking. You can do maybe 3 to 5 oral responses each week based on some of these reading and listening passages. Your oral responses should be about 60 seconds, and I do advise you that you record them so you can listen to them later on. You can pay attention to your delivery, which is your pronunciation. You can pay attention to both your vocabulary and your grammar. You can also pay attention to your organization and development. Now, in addition to doing the reading and the listening practice, you should start going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. Now, I don't want to give you a specific timeline here because it just depends on how quickly you can take in the information, how quickly you can go through my lessons. But here's what I recommend. The first step, maybe the first month, go through the vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar lessons first. Do that first. That'll probably take you a month or so. Then once you get that done, then go through the reading and the listening lessons of my course. Once you complete those, then you can focus on the writing and the speaking areas. Now, if you follow this, you're probably looking what I'm telling you here is you're looking at probably about 4 hours every day for the next 3 or 4 months. You're doing the reading every day, the listening every day, and you can spend maybe 1 to 2 hours going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. Slowly but surely, you will begin to see improvements in your academic English. And then remember that my online TOEFL course that you just joined, this gives you a space to post your pronunciation, writing, and speaking practice tests. You post them, I'll grade them. I'll score them. I'll give you comments. So that's also very beneficial for you. And any problems that I see from my end, for example, if you do a speaking response and I notice you're having some problems organizing your ideas, I'll probably tell you to review my speaking lesson number 7. All right, and there you go. Those are my suggestions right now to help you improve your score from 63 to 84. And like I said, you're probably looking at a few months. Now, if you get impatient and say after 2 or 3 months you want to know where you are, go to the 8th section of my course and take a full-length IBT practice test. It'll get scored, all 6 speaking tasks, both of your writing tasks. You can get some feedback, you can see where you are, and then you can make a decision. Are you ready to take the official IBT exam? All right, anyway, thank you very much for your comments and your questions, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.